night and day in my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Okay, Coach, thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Let's go!
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Keys. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd, there's nothing but room to run.
They try to throw on 2nd down.
Little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Go. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, Echo. We own them. 55's Mike, guys. Now. Watch the run.
He finds Tompkins complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch twist. Watch go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down now, Keys. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey. Hey, Alpha, you draw Corker. Come to my work.
2nd and 6. This is the tight end fan. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 21 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Set up, 50, plant. Check in. 65, 65. Do. Hey, lock it. Shoot.
The drive starts on the ground with Carey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, Carey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
90, Wolf. Come on, D. Alert 3. 61, matchbox, light. Mike 34. I'm on. Switch. Check.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, 2, 5.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Hey, watch it. Go. Watch the whip. Hey, Scene 6.
They'll run on 1st down. Carey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 34-yard line.
Let's go now. 8, read. Pilot, 64, read. Hey, Delta. Don't be scared of it. Out. Ready? Let's go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Riley. 27 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Yes. Go. Mike 20. They're not ready for this. Protein spill. For this, they still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Big grip.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. These two teams all tied after one. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Keys. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll set up the throw. It's caught by Randall. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gonna throw, and this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. McNally rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Looking to throw. McNally. And that will be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st down, Keys. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Pick it up. Watch the safety creep. Now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Off play action, McNally. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McNally. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check, 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 check. Hey, check back 30.
A first down carry for Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, McNally. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's not going to give me. Hey, high 7. 34's a Mike. He's coming. Check him. Check him. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Big grip.
Off the play fake. McNally. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
Ready. 50, plant. Drop deep. Hey, echo. We got it. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34. Hey. Hey, check back 34. Mike. Yo, go. 34's the Mike. Hey, Alpha. Check in. Now.
2nd and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off play action. McNally going for it all. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Hey, exit. Mike's by four.
Off the play fake. McNally. Intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Operating from the gun, McNally. So far, that probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect.
It's now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Keys. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at
in the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front. Really well done.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, it didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. 10-2 stop. Here I come. Hey, Zoo.
On 2nd down now, Keys. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Conley, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll run on first down. Conley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, McNally. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 76 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set the tone, defense.
They stay on the ground with Carey. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McNally. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Carey now. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 3 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
They're going to look to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Charger drive about to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
Go. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Bravo! Don't let him breathe, defense! Yeah! Watch the twist! Watch the twist! I go!
2nd and 4. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Jet bombers. Ready?
From the gun, McNally eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Go! 15 line. 15 line. Under 10. Under 10.
On 1st down, Keys. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Give him 28 yards on that one.
Hey, Haywood! Check Mike 34! Mike 34! And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Off play action. McNally. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
You got nothing. Deuce.
To throw again. McNally. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
I'm going to run you over. Hey, check it.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Give me that ball. Hey, high 7. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Please trip.
On 4th down, McNally. 20. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Hey, Alpha. 34, right 34. Come. Step.
Throwing again. McNally. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
Down. 70. Indy. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Ready?
They'll try the left side. Keys. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Check 13.
They'll keep it on the ground. Conley. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Yeah, let's get second.
Looking to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Sniper! Oh, you got deep? Let's go, hey. Go Mike 34, Mike 34.
Off the play fake. McNally. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He's coming. Check in.
Throwing on first down. McNally. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Back to throw. McNally looking for the out route, and he's got more. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1.